Hello everyone. Today we are thrilled to introduce a person who has transformed football into a movement in Namma Bengaluru. Today's Asli Kahani is all about a football revolution, how it started in September 2017. With a bold vision to promote professional football amongst young talent across the Deccan Plateau and beyond. With international collaboration including Germany, technical expertise, he is bringing European-style football training to India, nurturing grassroots talents and paving the way of a brighter future for the Indian football. The man behind this vision to transform football in India is none other than Mr. Amar Narayan. Thank you, Amar, for welcoming us here.
Nice to have you, sir.
Today we want to understand the journey of FC Deccan, what all you plan, how you transform this thing.
We've done quite a lot of work in terms of grassroots program. We've done a lot of things in terms of the academy. You can see the boys here.
Yeah.
So you can see, some class going on. Plus, we had a session just a while ago. So it's a complete overall what we have done from the last couple of years. But we are given good facilities. We are given a good ground. 11-a-side is a 11-a-side pitch, and it's a place where we can have a video wall where we can play our games. You can see our games going on right now. It's A division matches which we are playing. So yeah, it's been a journey so far.
So we are curious to know how this idea came in your mind and what all challenges you have faced. There's a lot to know about your journey so far in this. How this football started for you,
This was born out of necessity. 2019, we planned to have our own facility. We used to train in nearby grounds, municipal grounds, but we never had a continuity. So we had to identify land which fits in 11-a-side pitch, has enough space for change rooms and toilets, enough space to have a good gallery. You can see this place. It accommodates close to 200 right now on this aisle, and we do have a bar sitting area. So it's all planned for our club to come, have a proper sessions.
Was there any moment or experience that shaped you like what you are today?
I think it goes back to days when I was doing my masters in Europe, in France. So that connected me to my school days, where I used to watch World Cup football, 1998, if I'm right. So there's always a connect. I used to play for the school football team. And at the time when I was in Europe, I witnessed this final match between France and Italy. And I used to work in a place, and France lost the World Cup on a penalty, and the kind of atmosphere it created was, almost everybody was in tears, and but I don't think that kind of environment will be made available or ever in India. Yeah, probably cricket is there, but that kind of mojo would not exist here. So that's what pushed me to do something. But again, there was a discontinuity after 2006. 6 was the World Cup, and 7 I came back for good to India, and been doing a lot of job in IT per se. This is 2013. I started sports consulting with Decathlon. So not supported, I would say, rather did a lot of marketing for them, and bought a football club out of nowhere. 2017, just went to Karnataka State Football Association, gave a letter, shared my experience in sports, and since then the journey started. So that's where my love of football, it goes back like 1998 or school days, and that's been my journey.
So the connect with the game.
Yeah. It's something else. The kind of adrenaline it gives you was one. Second, it does really good to the people. That 90 minutes, it takes you to another level. It's the different kind of game. It's the world's most popular sport. Close to 200 countries play, So India has always been left behind for various reasons. So I wanted to give a try, saying that what we can do and how we can contribute and bring in a lot of change. So one of the biggest things which we were trying to do is build a grassroots program, which is very difficult of late. Then moved into residential program. We do have kids. Ran the program with sponsored kids where we sponsor them. So it's been a long haul, and yeah, we've seen good results, but long way to go, very long way to go.
And like maybe if we want to see the comparison, like how we connect with cinema, like we are madly behind few nowadays or somewhere. But similarly, you have seen that for the football
Yeah, yeah,
back there.
yeah. So cinema is again, for us it's a what 1.5 hour, 2 hour, 2.5 hour. So that gives you that probably a climax and all. Exactly, it's a very good analogy. I mean, football is like that, so it does good.
Every journey has share of their challenges and triumphs. So, what inspired you to embark on the path you have chosen?
It's a difficult question. One is I always wanted to do things differently. I wanted to always go on a path which is very less traveled by people, where you see that results are very less to come by. Probably that's one of them.
Where competition is less and
Yeah,
exploration is more.
more than the competition, I feel it is something to do with what you can give back to people. That's one of the things.
Was there a moment where you realized that you are on right track or a milestone that you may think of?
See, milestone is one is I set up my own private, setup, the infra. That was one of the major milestones. We're the first club to have it. The second milestone is to have a European kind of a setup, which you see here, where you have a big screen to watch the game. You have place to move around. You have a place. We have a bar and all that. And apart from that, what we have done is we have created a path where the players can go to Europe, especially country like Germany, where we have an office there, and we are started to train the boys and put them into a club there. So last year successfully we sent a kid who's 18-year-old kid who happens to be an ex-army man's kid, son, and he is doing really well. So we found a club for him, and we have given him a house to stay, probably getting a stay fund and all of it. So that's one of the biggest milestone, and we will have more of it to come, and that is just a beginning. This year we have another batch getting ready, the next year 26. So we have done for the 25 and 26. So our idea is to build as many players as possible and see if we can send them to Europe, because Europe is the mecca of football, and Germany is one of the good countries where football is at the different level. So our kids can learn, probably get a good club to play there, then come back and play for our country. So that's my ambition. So I want to build a team, or rather have the players play in India and take us to the World Cup level. So that's my dream, and I'm working towards it, and let's see how the journey goes through.
So, how your journey looks like? Like, how do you find these kids, this talent? What's the process like?
There's no process as such, but we do trials. Last year we did trials in Manipur. I was there in Manipur when the civil rights were happening. I also went to Assam. I personally pick up the kids. I look at the talent, look at how good they are in the touch, how serious in terms of the football approach, how well they're supported by the family. When I say supported, not financially, but pushing the boy to become a football player, because that's the only thing they know there. So I pick them, I analyze, I talk to them. I'm going to bring them back. We have a hostel, around 30-bed hostel, and we keep them there. We give them good food, what is required. We give them a 11-a-side facility, and we have 2 coaches who manage them. And now this year we plan to have a women's team also. So that's my whole journey. So it's a never-ending cycle, So every year there's a season. Season comes, season goes. So we have to have the players ready. Keep your momentum running.
So generally, Abhi, as of now, how many students you have supported?
We have close to 35 students, out of which I think all 35 are almost are on scholarship. So we take care of them. We provide what is basic in terms of food, stay, training, and we don't mind keeping them and for a long period of time until they become professional footballers, and find them a good club. Yeah, so that's a whole plan.
So, while setting up this infrastructure, this club and all, what all challenges did you face?
The first thing is, Bangalore is one of the fastest growing real estate markets, and to get a land of this size is very difficult, and closer to city is even more difficult. So luckily, when I started this project, an ambitious one in 2019, I found this piece of land, and I had to convince the landlords in a very different manner. So I took up the initiative of all the paperwork and everything, leveling of land, and doing what is necessary. So we had to invest quite a lot to get this up and running. But yes, not many people look at this as a good ROI for any business. But again, my passion is driving me to make this all possible. And without this, football doesn't, it won't work. You need to have a good pitch, you need to have a good place, you need to have a change room, you need to have good toilets. That's a basic we can give. So based on that, we can move forward. So yes, I did face a lot of challenges to get a good piece of land with good paperwork and everything. And luckily we have it, and we have done a decent job to have a natural pitch. We're the only club to have a natural pitch in probably in north of Bangalore.
What do you think the future of football in India or like the region?
Well, that's a very big question. So I think future of football in India is very undefined, at least at this point of time, according to me. A lot of work needs to be done. So the best example we can draw is what Japan has done in the last 20-25 years, what Vietnam has done, what Indonesia has done. Right now, Indonesia is sitting at I think fourth or fifth position in the World Cup qualifiers. India is nowhere to be seen. So the system needs to be in place. The association needs to be in place in a very a robust manner. The grassroots is there, but they have to be predefined very well. The associations have to come together and predefine a lot of rules. Lot of small things which need to be addressed. One is infra, second is giving basic facilities, basic necessary things. So these are the few things we're supposed to do, and have a roadmap, have a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year roadmap. That's how you can grow football. So football is very unlike other games where you have to build talent from the grassroots. It's a very high endurance game as compared to others. So there's a long way to go. You have to support private clubs. If the private club survives, they do really good at the state and national level. At the Asia level, I think we do good. If not for that, then it will take some more time. Some more time in the sense it might take even decades. So there should be a strong initiative. And a lot of sponsorship is needed. Government needs to support. Government needs to come out with a different approach. The way the BCCI does to rest of the association, it's immense. So same way, I think the AIFF has to plan something which will support each and every state association vis-a-vis to the private clubs. So that's how it is. You have to do a backward integration than a forward one, because you have to look at what has been going wrong. And such a big country, and you're left out in football. It's a shame.
As an audience perspective, what do you think? What's the roadblock that audience are taking time to accept this sport?
I think football is being accepted. It's a wrong thing saying that it's not been accepted. It is accepted, just that the quality of football is not available. Okay, so the quality of football locally is not available yet. So the people watch Champions League. We wake up at like 12:30 at night and watch Champions League. We watch all the Barcelona matches, Real Madrid matches, any other Champions League matches, EPL matches, Bundesliga matches. So that means there's something wrong what we have here. So the quality of football, the quality of players needs to be improved. So that will only happen when you have good clubs, good support structure, good association. So that's an answer. Yeah. So it's very straightforward answer. You fix the root cause, you get the results.
What do you think? Like, what all thing if can be implemented that will help football to grow faster?
One, have good coaching programs for coaches. Okay, so increase the number of coaches availability. Improve the quality of refereeing, underlined. Okay, then improve the grassroots programs. Probably have a longer season for any division games, be it a super division or A division or B division. Have a longer season. When I say season, more number of matches. Allow players to be involved only in sports, only in football at a certain level. Let's say you turn professional at a certain age, give them a plan where they can stay in football rather than do something else. So you go to Europe, you have different level, different leagues, which my coach had been there, so he's analyzed, he's seen it. So you have the Bundesliga 1. I'll give you best example is Germany. Bundesliga 1, 2 and 3. Then you have other regional leagues. So for you to reach at the league at the league of 3 or even much one below that, if you play, you get paid well. Okay, so here it is not like that. So there are players for me who are academy guys who come play, learn, and we have to find a club for them. Or we have to find players and we have to pay them and be in the club per se, perform in the club. So there is no continuity here. So that continuity need to be built at a higher level. Association needs to be involved. Probably the sports ministry needs to be involved. There should be a good, let's say, probably some kind of initiative which addresses all of it. The way cricket has been done, cricket players, the moment they enter Ranji, they get paid. They have a first class cricket, they get paid. Here it's not like that. So that is a pitfall. And that's one of the reasons why football is yet to reach its full potential. The moment it reaches, I think nobody can stop. It's going to redefine the Indian sports in a bigger manner. It will create its own sector. That's going to be the future.
So what all initiatives you did with FC Deccan and how, like what all future plans for that?
See, future plan for FC Deccan is I plan to have more of the centers in Bangalore, probably another one. Create a clear-cut path of grassroots program. Then focus more on international club association. Train the boys for 2-3 years and give the boys a break, an international break at the age of 18. That's my ambition. I don't want people to lose out on their age because if you don't turn professional by age of 18 and if you let's say turn professional age of 22, 23, you lose already 3-4 years. That's your prime. So that is something which I'm working on. So have infra like this, one more or probably 2 more depending on how the growth is. Have more sponsored kits, have some more academies running, residential academies, and have a more clear-cut path with Germany, probably even Spain, and send the boys there and put them into one of the top clubs. So that's my clear-cut path. So we have chosen a different path as compared to any other clubs. So we are very clear that we will be looking at the international association more compared to anybody. So they get trained there, they get played there, they come back and they become a player.
And how do you fund all these initiatives?
As of now, it is self-funded. It is self-funded, and we have built this resto called Pykus. So Pykus is one of the feeder programs. So the revenue generated here, a part of it is given back to the players and well-being of the players. So it's a new model which we are trying to work, and I hope it will work.
How it came in your mind like this Pyku?
I think it was necessity to build something which will give you money to feed the boys. So I was pushed into build it because you can't you have to have a constant influx of money. The only way the only way we can sustain is when you have such a huge space is to make utilize or rather use it to the core. So use it well and just we build it around it. So if you look at the place, it's got a pitch inside, we have a sitting area, we have a screen, we have a bar, so it works.
It's like amazing experience center.
Yeah, it's an experience center. So where we can, we also have space where people can experience football. So that's one way of promoting football. Yeah. So it's you come there, you can play football. So you don't need to be a player. You just need to just kick the ball. So it's one way of promoting football. Yeah.
And like I've never seen this kind of setup where people can come with the families, all age of people can come, and everyone has something here for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. So that's the whole idea. So they have to feel at home, a lot of space, move around, have a good food, probably have a drink. That's about it. Yeah.
If you could go back in time, is there anything that you want to do differently?
I think my approach will change little different. Probably I would get into more into grassroots than go for an adult program. So what we run is a more an adult program. I would have started as a grassroots program, then moved into adult. That's one thing I would have changed. Apart from the rest is would have been same. So now we're doing the backward. So now more into the adult program like under 70, under 19. So now we want to move into grassroots programs. So that's one thing I will change.
Like, what advice would you give to others who wants to contribute to sports community development?
So I think the club was founded in 2017. We bought the club with the direct license into Super Division, and you'll be surprised we were relegated in the first year. So we spent a huge amount of money. So we didn't we had a different approach. We wanted to have local players, local support, but we didn't do well. We learned from a mistake. So we stayed in A division for some time. We got back to Super Division again. And again, something triggered us saying that we are doing wrong as a business model. So, in Super Division, what happens is you're supposed to get the players, pay them, and they disperse. So they come, they play, they disperse. So there is no continuity, there is no loyalty, there is no longevity with the boys, with the club. So we decided that we have to build players who will play only for the club. So that is when our strategy changed. That is 2 years back, 3 years back in COVID, where we will have our own academy. We will build our kids, and our kids will be playing for FC Deccan. So our ambition is to have only our kids to be played in coming years. So we do have a mix where some kids come from outside and play, but our 100% focus is to build our players. So we do a lot of, we go around with the government schools here, we support them, we get them here, we train them once in a while. We are also tied up with a couple of universities for women. So we're doing some kind of community service as well. So that's one of the initiatives what we have taken. And that way we have seen football grow in this area. So when we came into Super Division, when we bought the club in 2017, it was 11 clubs. Today there are 18 clubs in Bangalore. So 18 clubs, and that means they literally have 7 to 8 new clubs got infused. So that's the kind of changes what we bought into structure. So after we built a facility, close to 6-7 clubs have built a facility. So it is changing. The dynamics of football is changing, and I think we want to be one of the flag bearers of it, and we have to work hard, and we are ready for that.
What role does community plays in like supporting football, and what advice if you want to give to community or others who can contribute to sports?
I think it's a very tricky question because football is a community sport. So if you know the whole story about football, it became popular in I think World War One and Two, and I think a lot of clubs were built by the soldiers, our factory workers in Europe, and it's been supported by the nearby neighborhoods or the locality. So in India, we don't have that concept. So we have always played I think I would say more a rural kind of a sport, and football is the number one sport in the world. So anybody who wants to get into this or rather contribute is first is understand the game. It's a beautiful game. One, it's just a 90-minute game, and it's good for your health. First thing. Second, it can change the dynamics of any country for that matter. So the best example is recent World Cup, the way it was done in Qatar, the way it became a tourist hub. Now I think Saudi is bid, they are getting into it. Then South Africa, they did it. US is doing with Canada and Mexico. So it can be a tourist attraction thing. Okay. Second is it can build a lot of jobs. it can create its own economy. It can contribute to GDP. It can contribute to well-being of people. FIFA have their own programs. They've tied up with Brazilian governments. They're tied up with a lot of African governments, African countries to support football because it enables people moving out of poverty. Okay, so because it's a very simple game, you just need good legs and a ball till you become professional. So that way we have enough population which can cater to this. You have to look at it at a different angle. And sorry to say, in India we always put money first, value second. Here it is more a value creation, then money will follow. So if you have a different approach, you can do wonders. There's a lot of things which it can bring in change for the economy. It can bring in change for well-being of human being. It can bring in a well-being of let's say poor class people, below poverty people, and all that. So I think that needs to be told very loud, and people need to understand this, and that's when the community need to come into picture. They have to support their kids, they have to support their neighbors. So that's when we grow. And the municipal grounds, there are no municipal grounds in India. There is no municipal grounds. The municipal grounds are 99% of the time occupied by politicians for their events. It's not occupied by sports, right? That is unfair. And India is growing at such a pace that you have no real estate. If you have to have real estate, you have to be a rich lad. Then where is sports going to come? It's not going to come. So, it's all chicken and egg kind of a story. It's a government initiative. Or if private is doing, the government should support the private guys like us. That's when we can grow. Or else it'll be a struggle, and it'll be a struggle all in all. But we're not going to give up. There are a lot of clubs like us, like me, who are doing a lot of contribution to football. And, I think everybody should come together, form a plan, and contribute to football. That's how it's going to work. It's going to change until you believe it's going to change. Yeah.
So, who has been your biggest role model for football?
Well, it's a tricky thing because for me, I'm a club owner, so I look at people who manage the club. So I closely follow how Real Madrid is managed by Florentino Perez. So the way he changed Real Madrid's fortunes in the year 2000 when he bought the what we call as the Galacticos. So where he bought the top players of the world like David Beckham, and there's one guy from Portuguese. He bought it overnight. There's a Netflix series available on him. I forgot his name. Figo. Yeah, Luis Figo. And the other guys were Roberto Carlos, like that. So the way he managed and built a $1 billion business around it. So till today he manages Real Madrid with an iron fist. So I like him. I don't have any role models, but I take a cue or two as to how they manage. And apart from that, I a lot of good players whom I follow, the playing style and all. So the oldest whom I still remember is the Rivaldo. I don't know if a lot of people remember him. There's a player called Rivaldo who played for Brazil. And then, of course, Roberto Carlos. Then you have Zlatan, who played for Sweden. Then, of course, France, you have Zidane. So a lot of people. So from management point of view, I like Florentino Perez. It's an amazing brain he has.
Looking back to your journey, like what all lessons you have learned that you want to share with others?
Okay, lesson is burn less money in football. If you have money, get into football. And that's all I can say, because football consumes a lot of money. Because no sponsorship will come into picture. If you want to run it in your style, then you have to spend a lot of money. So that's one thing I see it. But again, yes, we have to create a modalities which will help us, grow the club. So that's the reason I had to change my business model a little bit, adopt as to what we have done with Pykus. And I think, yeah, from here on, it's a good learning curve for us.
Like good things takes time, but yeah, it will succeed. In
Yeah, we have to replan it, go back to our drawing board and say, okay, what is missing, what has been, what needs to be done, how do we sustain. So I believe my belief is if you love something, you'll always figure a way out to save it. If you love sport or if you love something or if you love a company, you'll always try to find a way to save it, and that's what I'm trying to do. So every time we try to do a nosedive, I have to figure out, okay, how do we save it, how do we generate revenue, how do we come back. So it's all about that. So I think we are here to sustain and we'll do a good job.
like execution, we have to again and again think
Yes,
what all
yeah, we
need
have to
replan.
rethink, recalibrate ourselves, come back, and it's not easy. It is not easy to run a club. It is not easy. Run facility, take care of the boys. It's a task.
And I think now it's good if we go and meet coaches and the students how they are doing. And I think it's a time to we'll just have a chit chat with the coach also. Na?
Meet our coaches Harris, Jojo.
So Zozo, just tell me about yourself and how you started this initiative.
Well, my name is Ramthin Jajo. I'm from Manipur. I was born in a Christian family. When I was young, every time I visit my grandparents to my village for a Christmas holiday, I was so fascinated by the energy, the speed, the strength, and masculinity that involved with the football match played during the holidays. This to me was really empowering my love and compassion for football. Like started as I was little as 4 years old.
Tell me something about FC Deccan.
FC Deccan is a place where players can be shaped to be better players mentally and physically. A place where there is shape a club for a better tomorrow. A place we work hard together as a team. A place where players can develop their playing skill.
So, what is your vision for the students when you train them?
Top level footballers. That is my vision.
Is there any specific skills that you emphasize during the training sessions and all?
Skills, we would say, as he told, mentality is the most important thing for us. So we emphasize this a lot in each and every training session, we would say, thinking that this would be your last training session. And whatever match they're going to play, it would be like the last match they're going to play in their life, so that they give their everything.
Can you share a success story of any student that you have trained?
Me as a coach, I got plenty, but I'd say something recent. What happened was there's a kid named Daman. He's from FC Deccan. So he got selected in a European club, German club. So we were literally we were celebrating after he got his professional contract, and that is the recent one which we have.
How do you ensure their holistic development beyond football?
Apart from football, there are certain things which I picked up from Germany when I came back. Something like what I felt was players over there, they think it's their own club. Rather than they say, I'm just playing over here. No, they contribute a lot over there. So I just came back and I asked players, if you feel like doing something more, do it. So few players do help the cooks, small tasks, and then maybe cleaning the ground, few things like that, and then it might shape them in future. That's what we think.
A few words for Mr. Amar. How's your experience working with him?
Very good. I personally feel he's a madman. Yeah? I mean, to be true. Think about it. You invest a lot in a lot of things and then you don't expect anything back. what do you call a person like that? Either a saint or a madman. So he's a very good guy. Very, very, easy to work with. And he's a visionary, I would say. Yes.
Okay, so can you tell about little bit about yourself and how is your experience in FC Deccan?
So hi guys, I'm Anashwar Kurup. I'm based in Mumbai. I'm 25 years old. I mean, the experience at FC Deccan was amazing because I basically came here, like I used to play Mumbai Super Division with Springfield FC before. So I came here to, I had few injuries, so make a comeback from my injuries and recover from it. FC Deccan, the environment is amazing. Teammates are like family right now. Coaches are too damn good. And thanks to Narayan sir and giving us this facility. And yeah, it's been amazing till now.
How's your typical day look like? Like what's
So for here, we wake up early morning. We have our individual sessions. Then we head for our breakfast. And after that, after some time, we do some stretching, some activation, some mobility. And then we have our practice 4:30 to 6 usually. And the training is pretty intense. Even though it's 1.5 hours, the intensity levels are super high. So yeah, after that, we head back. We again stretch a bit because stretching is super important for us. And yeah, that's it. Then we wind up.
तो हमारा नाम समीर शर्मा और हम बिहार के रहे वाला ही हमारा उम्र 17 साल बा हम गोपालगंज जिला के रहे वाला ही और हम एबरा बेंगलोर में एफसी डेक्कन क्लब में हम एबरा खेलत हई और एजा का एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा बा।
दिन कैसे रहता है पूरा?
एजा सब कुछ एकदम अच्छा से रहेला, अच्छा खाना मिलेला, अच्छा डाइट मिलेला, अच्छा कोचेस लोग बा, अच्छा बहुत अगर आगे बढ़े के बाद एक क्लब में जरूर आई जा।
कहाँ तक अभी क्या क्या खेला है आपने?
जैसे कि हमारी पहला क्लब हम ऐसे पहले कहीं खेलत ना रहनी हमारी पहला क्लब और हम एजा हमारा एगो सीनियर अतुल नाम हमके हम उनकरा थ्रू से हम एजाइल बनी एजा हरदमनप्रीत सिंह नाम के हमार सीनियर रहत रहा उनके दोस्त रहा हमार भैया उनका वैसे हम एजाइल बनी और ये एकरा से पहले हम कुछ नहीं खेले और हम बहुत अच्छा फील करते नहीं ए डिवीजन में खेल के हम ए डिवीजन के स्क्वाड में बनी बहुत अच्छा बा।
यहाँ आने के बाद और यहाँ से पहले क्या डिफरेंस नज़र आता है आपको अपनी लाइफ में?
तो एजा आवे के पहले हम कहीं खेलत ना रहनी हम लोकल टूर्नामेंट्स वगैरह खेली जैसे कि गांव में हो गई कहीं भी हो गई हमारा पहला क्लब बा एजा अला के बाद हम बहुत चेंज भइल बनी एजा से पहले हमार गेम कुछ ना रहे हम अच्छा से फुटबॉल ना खेल पाए लेकिन एजा अला के बाद एजा बहुत अच्छा कोचेस लोग बा जेकरा वजह से गेम इम्प्रूव होता और बहुत ज़्यादा एजा फैसिलिटीज़ भी बा जैसे कि अच्छा खाना मिलेला अच्छा सब कुछ बा अच्छा कोचेस बा अच्छा ग्राउंड बा सबसे मेन चीज़ एजा के ग्राउंड एजा के अपन पर्सनल ग्राउंड बा तू जब चाह तब आके एजा प्रैक्टिस कर सकेला बहुत अच्छा फैसिलिटी बा एजा और एजा से पहले हम कुछ ना रहनी एजा आइला के बाद जौन चिबानी तौन चिबानी।
मेरा नाम प्रीत चागुटू है मैं 21 ईयर्स का हूँ और मैं झारखंड से हूँ और मैं यहाँ 2 ईयर्स से हूँ तो मेरा यहाँ एक्सपीरियंस अभी तक बहुत अच्छा है। यहाँ पर कोचेज़ अच्छे हैं फैसिलिटीज़ अच्छी है जैसा कि यहाँ पर अपना पर्सनल ग्राउंड है जब भी हम लोग आकर के अपना इंडिविजुअल कर सकते हैं हॉस्टल है रेसिडेंशियल और खाना भी ठीक है और जिस हिसाब से बाकी क्लब से या बेंगलोर में इधर फैसिलिटीज़ उनसे मुझे लगता है कि ज़्यादा है और अच्छी लीग्स खेलते हैं ये टीम सुपर डिवीजन खेला मैं लास्ट ईयर तो इट वाज अ गुड एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी। अभी फ्यूचर प्लान्स तो मेरा मेन गोल है इंडिया नेशनल टीम में रिप्रेजेंट करना इंडिया टीम को और क्लब लेवल पे आईएसएल खेलना है मुझे।
Hello, my name is Mohammad Zain and I'm 18 years old. I'm from Karnataka. My experience in FC Deccan is very good because I have not played top level. I was not having that ability to play in top level. When I came here trials in the FC Deccan, coaches told me you have everything to reach in top level. I trust you, and he signed me, and he's coaching me, and I'm improving a lot in the FC Deccan. I can say it's a very, very good club. I'm having very good facilities, good food, good residential and all.
How you spend your full day? How it start and what's your schedule?
I woke up very super early and I do my all chores and I have my breakfast and I go to morning session individual and I train and I come and I take some rest for the evening session and again I come to the ground to train with my team and after that I go to sleep.
So who inspired you to play football?
To me, my father is a footballer. He inspired me to play football. He support me a lot because he was a footballer So he wanted me to see in a top level. So he inspired me to play football, and he's a big supporter. And also my idol is my father.
My name is Muhammad Ashfan, coming from Kerala. I'm 18 years old. ഡെക്കാനിൽ വന്നത് എനിക്ക് എ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റി. എ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാനുള്ള സ്കോഡിലാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ നിൽക്കുന്നത്. പിന്നെ എന്താ 2006 അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ എ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിച്ചാൽ എനിക്ക് കുറേ ചാൻസസ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. പിന്നെ കോച്ചസും എല്ലാവരും നല്ല സപ്പോർട്ടാണ്. പിന്നെ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല ഫെസിലിറ്റീസൊക്കെ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ കീപ്പർ ട്രെയിനിങ്ങും അത്യാവശ്യം കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്.
How did you started? When did you started playing football and what motivates you?
Started in 4th standard. ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്കൂൾ ടീമിൽ കളിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് പോകുന്നത്. പിന്നെ അവിടുന്ന് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ബൈ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഫസ്റ്റ് വീട്ടിലൊന്നും അത്ര സപ്പോർട്ടും കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും ഉണ്ടായില്ല. പിന്നെ എനിക്കൊരു പാഷനായി, എനിക്കൊരു വാശിയായി കളിക്കാണ്ട് എവിടെയെങ്കിലും എത്തണം എന്നുള്ളത്. പിന്നെ 6th എനിക്ക് സ്പോർട്സ് കോട്ടയിൽ അഡ്മിഷൻ കിട്ടി സ്കൂളിലേക്ക്. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ വീട്ടിലും കാര്യങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ സപ്പോർട്ടായി. പിന്നെ അവിടുന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ബൈ സ്റ്റെപ്പായി. പിന്നെ ഖത്തറിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റി. അങ്ങനെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഡെക്കാനിൽ വന്ന് നിൽക്കുന്നു. വീട്ടിലെല്ലാവരും സപ്പോർട്ടാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ಪ್ಯಾಷನಾಗಿ ಕರಿಯರಾಗಿ ಕೊಂಡು ನಡೆಕಣೆ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ವಿ ಗೌಡ. ನಾನು ಹಾಸನ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ 18 ವಯಸ್ಸು. ನಾನು 17 ವರ್ಷ ಇರುವಾಗ ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಈಗಿನ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗೋಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸೇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ತುಂಬ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ತುಂಬ ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ.
What motivate you to play football and how you decided you want to be a footballer?
ಮತ್ತು ತುಂಬ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಓನರ್, ಕೋಚಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿನ ನನಗೆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಟೀಮ್ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಗೇಮು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದನೂ ನನ್ನ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ನಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಮುಂದೆನೂ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಸೇ ವರ್ಡ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಊರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಬ್.
What's the story behind naming it Pykus?
Pykus was born out of clear imagination, and there are a lot of plants around me which when I planted in 2019, and the plants belong to a scientific family called scientific name is Pykus benjama. So I've taken the Pykus, re-Christianized spelling into Pykus, Pykus. That's the thing, and there's no other thing behind it. It sounds positive. It sounds very, welcoming, and so we just went with that. We have a same domain and all that.
What's the vision and story behind Pykus and how it all started?
See, Pykus vision is very unique, which nobody has tried. So it's very close to my heart. So when I started, when I had this particular parcel of land, it was vacant, and of course we always wanted a sitting area. We wanted to have a place where food is served. We had already a cafe, but we had to rebrand the entire cafe. We never had a bar, so the bar was more a European concept. It's not available in India, where a sports center is associated with the bar. The only other place which you get in Bangalore is you go to KCA, Karnataka State Cricket Association, which is Chinnaswamy Stadium. There you have a bar and you have a stadium. You go to BGC, Bangalore Golf Course, you have a bar and a golf course, and KGA, I think, yeah. So I wanted to do something similar for football, which can become a feeder program. So this word, it becomes very interesting. So the area what we have built is 1/3 of the entire property. We have divided into a bar space, a restaurant space, and it itself is a hybrid sports bar. It becomes a revenue model for the football to be fed. So whatever the little money we earn, a part of it goes to football, and it will help football players to develop. So in a way, we are not dependent on anyone. We are dependent on the customer. In fact, we are planning to launch a new campaign saying that you can come, have a food, and a part of that money will be contributed to the football. So that's a new campaign which we are running. And our vision is to have multiple of these centers across Bangalore and probably across other cities, so that this becomes like a success model, and where people can learn that sports need not be only grassroots program, need not be the academies, need not be residential program. It can be more than that. So we are trying to build a holistic community approach where sports is played, sports is experienced, and on a good day, on a weekend, you can see even the kids playing here with the family. Family is having food, and you experience sports. So you can see a big screen, football will be played or cricket will be played live streaming, and you have an experience center. So this is what we want to do. So Pykus will be having a multiple centers like this. We will shortly be launching a franchise, which will I think grow across length and breadth. That's the vision. The vision is to support sports in a different manner. So it's like, we are telling them, come experience sports in a different manner. You come, have food, have a drink, because it's common nowadays. This generation is quite different. So having said that, it's a mix of things. So it's a hybrid sports bar which supports in every aspect of football. It's a different vision what we have.
What all food, drinks we have here? Like any speciality of Pykus?
So we're good in pastas, all the three pastas, the what we call as the green, red, and white pastas. And we're good in some of the South Indian dishes. Then you can try good biryani. On a weekend we do have biryanis here. You can try good biryani. Our chef makes really good biryani. And yeah, we do serve a lot of cocktails. And it's a normal bar where we have good liquor available. And what we do, better from the other places is it's available as an empty number of space, big space. Movement is very easy. You'll feel live. It's like old Bangalore kind of a feel, where you're not pushed around. It's not claustrophobic. It is not like where you're congested in one place. If you go to city, there are a lot of bars and pubs where you're like pushed into one particular place with the tables moving around. So you can see the space, 11,000 square feet. We arrange the space as you want. So it's an experience, good food, good ambience, and you have space to move around. Yeah.
So it's like complete experience.
Complete experience. And if someone wants to literally move around, I'll allow people to go into the 11-a-side pitch.
Okay.
And they can move there also. So I want people to love sport, football especially, but sport, yes. So you have to be pushing in that direction.
So how does Pykus contribute to the community or engage in any social responsibility initiatives?
See, one of the initiatives, or rather what Pykus has done is, when we came here, I think it was more like a barren land converted into a sports pitch converted into a club environment, converted into a place where people can come and dine. And it's created a lot of, probably jobs around it. So a lot of people are coming and settling here in this area. So we have created a small, probably an influence here as a hybrid sports bar. So that way we influence in sports. That's one. Second, we have given jobs to the local people. We've given jobs, and we have given hostel to people who work at the restaurant. That's one thing we are trying to do. And we're also using a little bit of the revenue what we generated to give it back to our players. And we support players in terms of their development. So that's how we try to give it back. So in fact, the kid who's sitting in Germany is partly sponsored by Pykus. So that's a vision. So it's a very small dotted line which is connected, but it serves the purpose. So the purpose is to grow in a very holistic manner wherever possible.
setting literally feel like the perfect blend of nature and technology. We can't help it but admire the harmony in this space. A lush green lawn offering refreshing natural vibe, complemented by the sleek glowing white screen that add a contemporary elegance. So how, like how all, what all you can use, what all you are using this space for, what are the other activities you organize here?
One is thanks for the compliment. So we've been organizing a few corporate events. We do stream a lot of sports events. You know, EPL, English Premier League, which is the part of football. The crickets, what's happening in the cricket matches, the recent cricket matches. We're planning big for the IPL, where I think everybody can enjoy, you know, different kind of an atmosphere. So this area, the lawn area, the aisle area, the deck area, the AC area, it's a place where you can come sit with your family, experience it. So need not be sports alone per se. So we can also do short movie streaming, stand-up comedy, or you know, open mic events. We are also seeing if we can do some, you know, art events. So space is there to be given. It's a more an experience center. So we are ready to be, you know, associate with anybody and everybody in terms of experiencing. So you get good food, good ambience, uh, enough parking, so all of it. So which you know, it's very difficult to get in a city like Bangalore, you know, this kind of space. So we are one of those spaces where it can be, you know, well experienced. And yeah, I mean, we had a really good events of late.
So, what next for you, Amar? Like apart from these projects, what all it's coming in the future?
Well, right now more focused on football, more focused on growing Pykus. We are getting into technology sector. So we are going to launch a food delivery app. We already launched in Hyderabad, doing a testing round. Bangalore, we're also planning very soon. So these are the two pipeline projects. So probably starting another Pykus very soon. This year is the plan, and which can add to the existing, you know, flavor. So that's about it for now. So, but football, yes, we're going to grow a lot. We have a team ready for this year 2025. We have a coach and a player ready. For next year also we have a coach and players ready. So we have everything in pipeline. So more focused on football, more focused on results where we can see and, you know, feel the progress in terms of the kids getting into the football clubs in Europe. So that's our ambition, and we want to focus. And of course, Pykus will be fueling this ambition in a very nice manner. And it's one of the I would say factors which will make a lot of difference for us. So we'll be focused on Pykus, yes, and yeah, of course, the app which we are building, which we'll disclose very soon. And yeah,
How you manage all those things? Like I really want to know how.
well, I think I don't know. Even I don't know how I manage, but yes, it gives me a lot of energy to focus on things. I'm someone who doesn't keep quiet on things. You know, I keep exploring and, you know, seeing if I can really push my limits. So any idea comes, I just write it down. Try to see if we can work on it. Come out with a plan, blueprint. So you'll not believe me, we finished this project. The first part of the project we finished in 6 months. There was a long gestation period. The bar and all finished within a month of 3 months. So that's how we work. Luckily, I think everything falls in place as and when we want. The same goes with the football future, where visas, paperwork, everything happens at a record pace. Yeah, so you if you want to do it, you just do it. That's it. It's like, you don't need to think twice. So a lot of people think 100 times to do anything, but if you have an idea, if you think it's going to add a value to the value it has a value proposition, it's going to add a value to human life, you should just do it. Don't think twice. So I'm one of those who doesn't think much. If I like something, just go. That's it. It's on
Okay, if after 10 years, if someone is searching Amar Narayana on Google or maybe somewhere, what you feel should come and what how people should see you after 10 years of going forward?
Well, I think I don't know, only time will tell. So, but again, what I want is I want my boys in football specifically. They just thank me what I have done to them. Uh, I want them to play the top league. They all come from a very normal family, very not they come from BPL families and much lower than that. So I just want them to remember what, or rather what FC Deccan has contributed, what I have contributed to their life, and how I changed their life. Probably that's one thing. I'm really not worried what Google will throw, out of the search. So I'm a guy who will do more into action. Yeah, that's about it.
So, is there any message that you want to share to the society?
Well, I think from a sports point of view or a general perspective is, I think everything is possible if you want to really contribute to human life. Do good. Sports is one of the things which enables people to, I think, build character, build strength. It will help you how to come back from a failure, and I think that's something our society is missing. So we're building too many fragile human individuals, and too much of let's say too much of care. So I would say that we have to build strong character guys. It's very important. So my message to society is everything is possible. Support sports wherever possible. Support kids. Push them into sports whenever possible, wherever possible, and you see good results. Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me and my team, and it was a great interaction, and yeah, more to come.
It's amazing, guys. I really recommend Pykus and FC Deccan. Everyone should come here. It's an amazing experience center. If you are in Bangalore, please don't miss visit this place. Thank you, Amar, for your time and that amazing knowledge what you shared, and thanks a lot for doing this initiative. It's really required. We have one small token from our side, so it's
Thank you so much.
it will always remind you that your Asli Kahani is going to inspire so many people in this.
Thank you so much.
Keep watching Asli Kahani. We will be getting so many inspiring stories to you in coming days. Write to us also if you think you have some story that we should cover. We will be waiting for your messages. Please. Thanks.